It's another day at the workshop, and a pretty quiet one too because it's a holiday. I have got a delivery though, a very cool one. Roll cages from Cage Laser, who are big UK roll cage manufacturer, probably one of the, if not the biggest and best at the moment in the UK. It used to be safety devices back in the day, but I don't even think they're made in the UK anymore, and they're certainly not a big name like they used to be. But these guys do a big range of cages as well, which is good, including for Mark III MR2s. So yeah, these things are shit on. I've got two because obviously I've got two cars to build. And yeah, these are badass. These are 6-point bolt-in cages, X-bar on the roll hoop. They've got a harness bar as well, which goes somewhere. This is a harness bar, I think. They're bolt-in, but you have to weld the feet in, and then it bolts to them, which is expected and fine, and it's bloody nice, really good. It's actually lighter than I thought. I was a bit like, oh, I don't know, it's extra weight, but considering they're not made of like any super light material, it's just normal cage material, they're not too heavy, and they're serious. I mean, you've got, you know, it just looks like bars at the moment, but it's got door bars, obviously the front A-pillar ones. You've got the front bar, it goes across, you know, the top of the windscreen, which has also got, I think it's still wrapped up so I can't show you, but it's actually got the mounts so you can bolt the hard top straight to the roll cage, which is pretty awesome. They even fit under soft tops, but they fit under soft tops and hard tops. It's good as well because I remember when I had MX-5s, a lot of cages wouldn't, like full cages at least, rollover hoops yeah, but full cages, they often didn't fit under, you know, soft tops or hard tops or either, or, you know, some were neither. Some were literally race car stuff only. So the fact these do is damn good. These cages are the same cages used in the one make MR2 race series in the UK. You know, that's what these were originally designed for. They're like part of the spec of these cars that they have to have for racing. But yeah, it's pretty bloody serious and super cool. They will paint them, well, powder coat them any colour you want, but black is perfect for what I want. So black it is. Proper chuff with these. Are way cooler than I thought they'd be. I mean, I knew they'd be good, but you know what I mean, seeing them in person is a different thing altogether. So yeah, well happy with these. When I'm going to fit them, I don't know. I might even fit it to that one first because it's easier because it's all apart. But yeah, these are badass. Yeah, this one, I think I'll probably not fit it until I've blown it up again, because it's a dash out job to you know, to put the front things in, and there's welding and all that. So you know, I've got to semi dismantle the car to fit it, and I like driving it. So this one first, as soon as I get a chance. This one as soon as, you know, it blows up, because it won't take me long to fit. Looking at, you know, the welding is an hour or so. Looking at it, it's very simple. They're like these are the ones that the feet of the main hoop go to, and you can see, look, they're contoured to actually fit around the shape of the chassis there. I actually fitted this one up to have a look, and they sit lovely and snug against the body of the car, hence all the crazy shapes to make it fit properly. So it's real nice. So it shouldn't take long. This will be quite simple. The turbo setup of the new engine that will end up going in the MR2 whenever the stock one blows up. I've got most of it already, and this is the turbo. It's a brand new Holset HX40, 60mm 7 blade compressor. It's got the, let me show you. It's got the rare stroke sought after stroke highest flowing 10 blade turbine wheel. Brand new, unused, cost me £200. Just randomly saw it on eBay and bought it. The housing was part of the reason I bought it, because it's a good one. It's a 17cm non-wastegated twin scroll T4. But, and also, it's got a good 4-inch outlet as standard. But, it's fucking bulky as hell. And I didn't really want to run T4 either, because for the, you know, say 450 to 550 horsepower this new engine might make, you don't need T4 really. I mean, there's no real harm, but there's no need either, especially with a 1.8 litre. It's just taking up room and adding weight for nothing. But to be honest, it's like, well, whatever, it's not a big deal. If that's what I've got, that's what I've got. And then earlier on I thought, hang on a minute, I've still got loads of fucking old Holset housings for HX40s lying around in the shed at home that's just sort of sat there for years. I totally forgot about them because I never even go in the shed. But this afternoon I remembered and went and had a look, and I found some. And what I did find is 16cm, so tiny bit smaller than this, but not enough to anyone to notice any difference. Still twin scroll, but T3 flange, which is good because again it's a bit more compact. But once again, shape wise, it was very similar to this. In some respects worse, in some respects better. It didn't poke out quite as much, but it had loads of extra bits on the side, and it wasn't great. But I thought, fuck it, I can cut it down like I've done many times before to just the bits I need. I mean, you could with this one too. You look at it and you could genuinely cut all of this off and just have down to there. But it would still be T4, and you know, almost seems a shame because it's already got a good 4-inch V-band. But seeing as I've got the twin scroll T3 one I found lying around, I got it, and I have basically cut off all the shit I didn't need, because it had all of this like there, and an internal wastegate thing and loads of lumpy bits here, there and everywhere. And I've basically trimmed it down to all I need. And then I'm going to obviously fill the wastegate hole. I will get a metal plug and then put it in and then weld it and then grind it all smooth. And then I'll weld probably a cone section from whatever size this is. I think it's about 3.5, out a bit to a 4-inch cone, and then put a V-band on it. But physically, you can see the actual scroll is practically identical, because they are really. That's a 17, that's a 16, there's nothing in it. But it's a lot more compact, thanks to being T3 not T4, and thanks to not having all this shit on it. And also it's a fair bit lighter. Let's quickly weigh them and I'll show you. Right then, let's start with the one that was already on there. 8.5 kilos, so quite heavy. The new one, 5.3, so a couple of kilos lighter, well, 2 and a bit, which is, you know, a nice bonus, but it's not like the main reason. But it's a mixture of T3 flange, a fuck sight less bulky and lighter, so happy days. Another reason I wanted to go T3 ideally is because I got this, which is a twin round to T3 twin scroll cast steel collector, which makes making a twin scroll manifold a lot easier. I bought this a little while ago. I think it was like £35 or something stupid. It's like, this kind of thing's a no-brainer when you're fabricating something. The amount of money it would cost to, money and talent and time to make a nice 2 pipes into T3 twin scroll merge. Yeah, it's a lot. Whereas this, just buying it off the shelf, it's been cast, no doubt, in its millions in China. Very cheap. So I want to use that. But then you think, well, I need to have a twin scroll manifold made, a custom twin scroll manifold. And that's where things tend to get expensive. But you know me, I have a solution. And here it is. That is a 180T fitment, equal length, tubular, twin scroll, properly divided, as in 1 and 4, 2 and 3, manifold. Cost me £50. And it's, yeah, it's awesome. It's got nice collectors, you know, the merges are lovely, everything's lovely. And the reason it's £50 is because this is an OEM part. It's another 1.8 20 valve non-turbo part. This is from the transverse applications, so A3s and stuff like that. But again, hardly any were sold in this country, so they're not very common. But I found one for sale, and here it is, and it's absolutely ideal. Obviously, it's bottom mount. Obviously, there's no room for wastegates here, but that's not a problem because I've got tons of room, so it's not an issue. I will add the wastegates from here. This wouldn't work on a front engine application because it would just sit too low and the bulkhead's too near. It wouldn't happen. But on my application, where it's at the back, absolutely ideal. Can it get more ideal? Well, it sort of can. Let me show you. I got this. This is the original downpipe for that. It would sit like so. I literally got this because, well, it stays divided. It's got the flange, because that would save me welding anything or modifying this, because it's nice to keep parts as standard as you can. Makes them replaceable in the future if need be. The less custom shit, the better. So I would leave this completely stock, then go to this section where I'll have the wastegates and then each pipe joined to this. Exactly how this will end up sitting, don't know. But that's the beauty of it. It could go whatever. I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up something like that. So the turbo's back a bit, but still close. And then the wastegates come off, you know, maybe wastegates come off there and there, and then the turbo's there. I don't know. I could do pretty much anything with this, frankly. All it'll take is a few bends. But the pipe size is pretty much fucking perfect. You know what I mean? It literally is ideal. And again, this cost me like peanuts. It's a pattern part, it's not an original Volkswagen Audi one. And it had a date on it, and like from when it was made, and it was 2005, and it had been in the motor factories that whole time because nobody had ever used it. And I'm not surprised, because in this country, not many people bought the non-turbo 20 valves. In Europe, I think they were much bigger sellers, but here, no. So yeah, this is just sat on the shelf in some motor factories I bought it off since, well, 2005, so like 17 years since the cars were practically new. So yeah, I got that for like, again, next to nothing, 40-50 quid. So yeah, this entire setup cost me 150. Say, I can't say this is about 120. Let's say, oh wow, it was more. It was less than that, but let's just make it 150 quid. Because I can't remember to the penny without looking on my eBay account. But 50 for sure. And say these two were 60 each. It wasn't. They were, one was less and one was about that. Anyway, say 150. Free because it was just in the shed, being a rusty old turbine housing. And 200. So 350 quid for practically the complete turbo setup. The turbo's good for 700 at a push, by the way. Wastegate wise, I've still got the two like 38mm or 35mm or 40mm or whatever the fuck they were, V-band wastegates that were on my Merc CLK, as in the one with the in-car turbo. I've still got them, and although they were Chinese specials, I've already used them, so they're proven. I know they don't leak or anything, so I've got no problem using them on this. So I'll be using them, which again will cost me nothing. Obviously wastegates can be pricey. I mean, you're probably paying at least £300 for a good brand one, and if you was using two, which you tend to with twin scroll stuff, you can run one and merge it in, but sometimes the fabrication to do that is more work than it would be just to think bollocks to it and buy two. Do you know what I mean? You'd be better off working a bit more for the hours that you'd have spent doing the fabrication to merge into one very nicely, and then just buy a second gate. So yeah, at this rate at least, including the extra bit of pipes and stuff I'm going to need to finish fabbing it up, I'm going to have a complete 700 brake, equal length, twin scroll, twin wastegate, 700 brake capable turbo setup for the 180 MRS for, I don't know, £400. Not bad, eh? This is what I love about cars. This is tuning for me. Built, not bought, and what you do buy don't cost much.